everyone, it's Susie. Welcome back. And if you're new to the channel, welcome to Dragonfly Bee's resale journey. In this video, I have blue jewelry. Yes, all different shades of blue. Everything from seed beads to costume to vintage to high-end. So let's just start off with this group. And what I did was pull all the seed bead jewelry out. So the first one we have is this multi-strand seed bead necklace. There are 3 loops at the end that you would loop over that bead. And let's see, measuring this, the first loop is at 18.5, then 19, and close to 20. So you have 3 options of length when you wear this. Really beautiful sky blue seed beads. And as you know, seed beads are soft and cool and just really nice to wear. So we have this one. Next one is this very nice seed bead choker. There's a lobster claw and an extender. This measures 13.5 up to this loop right there, and it could go up to I believe 18. Let me be sure. It can go up to 16 inches around. So we have this really nice, very southwestern. It has the Silvertone metal beads and the Silvertone cylinders. And the seed beads come in like a copper, sky blue, and ivory color. So we have this very nice one. Next up is this very long seed bead. I guess it's a Lariat. It consists of 3 strands. Each strand is made up of 3 individual strands that are braided. And there are a couple of these faceted beads right there. And this particular one was knotted at the bottom. And there are tassels. Measuring this came out to be about 58 inches in total length. So you can wear this around your neck. You could wear it around your waist. You could do several things. You could even wrap it around a couple times, or maybe even 3. So we have this one made up of these clear AB coated seed beads and bugle beads. So we have this very nice icy blue one. Okay, next we have some stretch bracelets. This one is very nice. It has these stones. Yeah, there's malachite chips and dyed halite chips. And then you have this very pretty bar holding together each one of those stretch bracelets, filled with green and blue rhinestones. They're acrylic. In fact, there's 2 of them. So we have this very sweet stretch. Here's another one. Why did I pull this one out? Yeah, there's some blue in there. And you have this, like an abalone medallion. It even has seed beads around the frame. That's because that's where the stretch bracelets come through. There's the back side, and this is in very nice condition. So we have that. And then lastly is this one. So this one is very nice. 2 shades of blue with the brass bugle beads, or are they just long beads? It's a memory wire. Let's try it. My wrist is about a 6.5, so this is fits nicely and comfortably. But of course, with this, it can fit any wrist. So we have that. This next one is really nice. It's Silvertone. It's triple strand. It has hearts. It has these. And even dangling hearts. These hearts are so nice. And they're double-sided. There's this sky blue or baby blue seed bead in between those stations. This is very sweet. Let me measure this one and see how long the drop is on here. This one measures approximately 7.5 inches, and then you do have that extender with the bead at the end. And this is in really nice condition. So we have this one. Next up is this brass tone seed bead necklace, multi-strand, and then it has these 2 different colored blue acrylic beads with the brass tone faceted bead spacers, and even this strand with the long cylinders. It's tiered slightly, and let's measure the drop on this one. Let's find the opening. Okay. This one has a drop of about 11 inches, and it's as long as 12.5, I think. And there is a very long extender. So we have this really nice one. Picture this with your jeans, right? Wouldn't it be pretty? The next one is this clear seed bead necklace with glass beads. There are some blue ones with flowers and swirls. And there is a lobster claw at the ends. So let's measure this one. This one measures approximately 17.5 inches in drop. So I guess you can double that. Okay, next up we have this seed bead pouch necklace. Single strand of seed beads, and then there's these glass beads along the bottom, as well as these in cobalt blue. The drop on this is 15 inches, and has a opening. All these fringes with these metal spears on the bottom of each fringe. And in the center, there's also these twirly, swirly long cylinders. There's the other side. I know, to be politically correct, I guess you no longer use the phrase Native American. So this is a indigenous seed bead pouch necklace. Here's another seed bead necklace, multi-strand. This one has like a cobalt blue color along with some purples and lighter blues in there. There's a wooden button closure and there's two loops, I think. The way it is sitting right now, it's on the last loop, so that gives it a 8.5-inch drop. So we have that. Then I found this bracelet. Would this match? Maybe. Let's look at the bracelet. This one here has two loops on the end, a beaded ball on the other end, and also these beaded balls in the bracelet. Let's measure this one. This one is about, I would say, 7.5 or 7. So we have this. Okay, next up, let's go over some vintage pieces. First one I have is this very long floral brooch, and it has these blue rhinestones. It's in this brushed gold tone. Very pretty leaf designs. I mean, this is it's pretty high. Let me measure the length. It is, wow, almost 5 inches. There's no maker's mark on this. There's the back side. There's the rollover clasp. I think this is in pretty nice condition. So we have this one. Next brooch I have is this, I believe it's porcelain. See how old it is? You can actually see the crackling in the sky. It depicts two sailboats near a dock, I guess. It's Silvertone. There's this scallop feature all around. There's the back side. There's no maker's mark on this either. But this is I think it's very sweet. This next brooch, I love. Look at the square cut rhinestones in blue. And then you have the clear ones all around. This is a light gold tone. Well, you know what? It looks to be, yeah, uniform. It's the lighting. It needs a good wipe. There's the back side. I did not find a maker's mark on this one either. Look at the tiny little pin. So we have this one. Okay, next up I have this necklace. This is a double strand. It has a barrel clasp. There's a cameo hanging off the shorter strand. The shorter strand has a, let's see how long that drop is. Maybe 9 inches. Yeah, 9 inches in drop to the cameo. You have this nice twisted chain. And let's take a look at the cameo. It's this couple. I guess someone told me what it was called. A courtship. The cameo is actually framed in this rectangular backdrop. It does have the raised beading design. The cameo is like a darker blue, and it's kind of skewed, like it's offset, it's not centered. As you can see, there's that little gap right there. They look like they're having fun. There's the bale. Let's take a look at the back. That's the back. And I think this is quite a sweet necklace. The barrel clasp on top. And it's different because it's a double strand. And it would fall. Come on. Get it together. It would fall like so. Okay, I have a few clip-on earrings here I wanted to show you. This one here is Silvertone Thermoset. You know, I do see a little mark right there. And this one is fine. There's the back. Here's some more glue residue. I mean, these are old. They do sell those pads that you can buy to add on to these if you feel that they would make the earring more comfortable. So we have this very sweet. I love the color. Don't you like the color? The two outer ones are darker than the one in the center. So there's a little contrast. So we have this pair. And then next we have, okay, this pair. These are Silvertone in this brushed, detailed leaf design. And it has a center blue AB coated rhinestone. And here's the back side. Clip-ons as well. And they have a little weight. Yeah, they do. So we have that. And then the next pair are not as heavy, but they are sweet as heck. Look at these cuties. They remind me of like Hawaiian flowers. And they are clip-ons, unmarked. Let's see. Yep, they need to be cleaned up. But I don't know. They're made up of this very hard plastic. But that color is very pretty. Okay, next up we have this Thermoset necklace in Silvertone. Look at this chain. Isn't that chain neat? These links have these lines going through them. And then you have the round links in between. This here is signed Coral right there. And there's a little shepherd's hook. This one must be small or short, in other words. Yeah, this is only 7 inches in drop. The front looks really nice. I mean, that color is so pretty. Here's the back side. And yeah, there's some wear. But then again, this necklace is old. I mean, I would say 60 years old, maybe. So we have this. Okay, next up we have this triple strand. These beads have speckles in them. Pastel colors, lightweight, but still a fun necklace. There's a gold tone lobster claw at the end, And there's matching clip-on earrings with the faux pearl dangling teardrop. Let's look at these. These are clip-ons. They're gold tone. They need to be wiped. There is a clear pad right there. And yeah, they're on each one. So this set, I think it's pretty sweet. Oh, let me measure this. I didn't do that yet, did I? So what do you think so far of this little collection? This has a drop of about 10.5 inches. So that's a good length. So we have that set. Next, I have some vintage acrylic bead necklaces. So the first one here has a drop of about 10.5 inches. It's in this teal color, made up of these flat, like, squares. And it has a spring ring clasp at the end, and I think this is quite fun. There's no maker's mark on this, but we have this. Then the next one is this periwinkle. Look at this one. That's a beautiful color. It has gold tone spacers in between, and this one has a barrel clasp. One of those hidden kind. This one's sweet too. Okay, let's measure this one. This one is almost 12 inches in drop. So we have that. The next one is this very long one. It has a spring ring clasp at the end. There are gold tone spacers. Well, maybe they need to be cleaned up. See, this one's darker than the one on the other side. You have these cobalt blue beads, and as you go down, it gets larger on the bottom. And then you have these kind of spacers. So let's measure this one. This one has a drop of about 14.5 inches. So we got this. All right, moving on. Okay, moving on to the next group, I have this necklace. It's by Pani. It's still on the card. It's made in Thailand. Long gold chain, and it's holding this. This here is double-sided, and these beads are dyed highlight, and you have the brass tone beads in between. Very sweet. Let's see. This was shown some time ago. In fact, I had it. Someone had wanted it, but they never paid, so it didn't happen. So I'm not going to take it off the card, but it measures about 15 inches in drop. So we do have this nice one. The next necklace is actual semi-precious stone. If you ask me what kind, I can't answer you. Looking at it, I mean, these are large in size, and they're very cold. There's Silvertone bead spacers. There's a barrel clasp at the end. It is not magnetic. I'm going to test this later. But looking at this, I really can't say what these are. It's not howlite. That is for sure. But what do you think? Let me know if you have any thoughts. So let me measure this one. And the drop is approximately 15 inches. Beautiful blue color. We have this. Okay, next up I have this necklace. This is an infinity strand. It has a 17.5-inch drop. Looking at this closer, I do believe that these are turquoise. And that's how it would look. No clasp. But just very cold to the touch. The next one is actually a dyed howlite bead. It is on this suede cord, double cord. There's a lobster claw at the end, an extender, and there's Silvertone bead spacers, and it's holding a suede tassel. Really sweet necklace. Let me measure the drop on this one. It's in very nice condition. It doesn't even look like it's ever been worn. This one here also gives me southwestern vibes. The drop is 16.5 inches up to here. And you do have that extender. So very nice. Next up is a costume piece. This is all acrylic. There are really nice brass tone beads, double strand. You have this filigree bead, and you even have this little brass tone frame around that little turquoise colored acrylic bead. These are all acrylic, made to look like stone. You even have these. Look how fanciful those are. This has a very dark antiqued brass tone lobster claw. There is a very long extender. And it's lightweight, you know. I mean, this is not as heavy as the stones, of course, but it's still fashionable. So let me measure. Let me measure this one and see how long the drop is to the shorter strand. It is about 7.5 inches, and it goes down to 9.5. Yeah, no maker's mark, but I just found this one really really nice to wear. It's fun. A few more things in this group. I found this. It's a memory wire style necklace, and look at these silver findings. Let me get the magnet and see whether or not they attract, and they do not. So we'll test this also. These beads are glass, and these on top, to be honest, I'm not sure. They are blue with the black modeling throughout them, and they are cold. So if you know, comment below. Put that in a comment on the bottom. Okay, next we have this toggle necklace, and it's made up of these type of beads. Looking at them closer, they don't look like they are dyed. There is a little tiny amber tone glass bead faceted on the side. So let me measure the drop on this one. It is a toggle. It is only almost 7.5 inches in length. So this is definitely a choker necklace. So we have this one. This one here is a very nice fashion piece. This is dyed howlite in these oval. Oops. Come on. Come on. Oh, oval cabochons. Very clean, Silvertone, lobster claw, nice extender. And the measurement on this one is a little over 8 inches, and you do have that extender. So this is sweet. Let me show you the back side. No maker's mark, but I just find this one really adorable. So we have that. And then lastly, I found this stretch bracelet. I thought this was cool. And this is also dyed howlite, and it has a little hamza. And the stretch is good. So we have that. Okay, next up we have some costume pieces. They're all multi-strand. The first one here is acrylic. You have these faceted acrylic beads that gives it its shine. There's different sizes. This has a Silvertone, where is it? Lobster clasp. So there's no extender on this one. So let me measure the drop. And this is approximately 10 inches. So we have that. Let me pick it up so you can see it close up. That's a pretty blue. It looks to be in really nice condition too. And there's the end. So we have that one. Next one, this is a gunmetal tone chain, and then there are these acrylic beads, as well as this gunmetal tone faceted bead. This one does have an extender and a lobster claw. So this one here, let's see the measurement on this. About 8 inches. So let's pick this one up. There's a lobster claw, there's the extender, and here is the necklace close up. This is pretty. I like this one. Different chains, multi-strand, very pretty. Okay, this one here, Silvertone, there are these beautiful blue rhinestones, stations, and then you have this one, which is like a, I don't know, like a greenish yellow faceted bead. It's on this double strand on top, but there are 3 strands on the bottom. So let's just measure this before I lift it up. There is an extender. This one here has a drop of about 7.5 inches. There is a jewelry tag, and it says M. So I believe this is a Monet, a more current Monet. Really nice. And the back side, okay, these are double-sided, so you see right through them, and these have the solid back. Really nice. Okay, and then last is this beauty. This one here, faceted. I'll lift it up in a second. There's multiple gold tone strands up there. There is that lobster claw and an extender. So the drop on this one is about a little over 8 inches. So now I'll lift it up. This one has no jewelry tag. But isn't this nice? I think this is really nice. I don't see any wear on the top, which is where you would find it most of the time. I have to say, these do feel cold. So we have this. How many strands are there? 8. 8 strands. Isn't that nice? Okay, next group. Look at this charm bracelet. Isn't that sweet? You have this charm with the blue stone. You have hearts. You have this lock. This one says, follow your heart. You have a little Celtic cross, a key, another heart, love much, a sun. This one says, laugh often, another heart. This one has a lobster claw, and there's also little tiny blue, what are these? They're like blue seed beads going through it. So let me measure this one, and then I'll pick it up. This one here measures approximately 7 inches, and it's the sweetest charm bracelet. It's got so much going on. Very nice. Okay, next up we have this necklace. I love these little dangling, like little pendulums, I guess. It is AB coated, and these rhinestones go all the way up the neckline. There is an extender. There's a lobster claw. Let me measure this, and then I'll pick it up for you so I could show you who the maker is. This has a 7-inch drop, and there is that extender. And isn't that pretty? There you go. This necklace is made by Monet. Yeah, there is a little tag right there that says Monet. Super sweet. I like this one. So with the extender, yeah, you can definitely lengthen it because it does only have a 7-inch drop. Okay, here we have some brass tone bangles, and they have this beautiful blue inlay of mother of pearl. This one's nice. This one measures approximately 8 inches in diameter. I mean circumference. So we have that. And then this one, the thinner one, is also about 8 inches. So yeah, you think they go good together? I'll sell them as a set. Next up is this clamper. Look at these rhinestones. Let me check to see if they're all there. They're faceted. You have a few different colors. And, oops, one's missing. I knew it. Right there. That little eye-shaped one. There's no maker's mark in here. Oh, what a shame. I mean, it is pretty nice. This one, I would say, measures about 6 3/4, maybe more. Look at that. My arm is my wrist is 6.5, so that's about a seven-ish. So we have this one, except it's missing. Oh, it's missing that one rhinestone right there. So we have that. And then here we have some, okay, this one here it's pretty tarnished. So what does that tell me? That it's magnetic. Slightly. Not really, is it? No, it's not really sticking to it. But these stones, I don't know. They really do remind me of Larimar, but you never know. So I'll test this later. This one has a lobster claw at the end, and this measures about 7 1/4. So we have this one. This next one is a open cuff with the clear rhinestone center, and then you have the blue beads going around it. This is in good condition. And this one measures about 7 1/4 as well. Now this one, okay, this one reminds me of, what is that brand called? But that brand has 4 stones. This one only has 3. These do feel kind of cold. They're very pretty blue faceted bead on this gold tone bangle. The beads are wire wrapped, as you can see. And this one is about 8 1/4, 8 1/2. This is long. This is wide. So we have this. I found another howlite bead bracelet that stretch, and the stretch is good. This one is missing. The other one I showed you had that Hamza, and this doesn't have one, but this does have silver bead spacers. So we have that. This I love. Look at this. Let's check to see if all these rhinestones are there. And they are. Isn't this gorgeous? This is a panel bracelet. It has brass tone closure links. It has that lobster claw. It has a couple links here. Like I said, my wrist is a 6 1/2, and this fits really nicely. But I believe it could go up to a 7. This is the back side. No maker's mark. But I love this. This bangle has all these open rivets. And this is by Coach. It looks to be in pretty nice condition. Let's look at this one more time. Oh, that's like fur. Okay, got that off. Yeah, this is in great condition. So let's see. This one measures about 7 3/4. So we have this really nice Coach bangle. Silvertone in that blue shade. Okay, next up we have these necklaces. This one, these are glass beads, and there's these little bicone clear spacers in between. Look at this design. It's pretty spectacular. It's pretty different too. There's a lobster claw at the end. Because it's glass, it's substantial in weight. This one has a drop of about 8.5 inches. So we have this. They look to be hand painted. Inside has that white cylinder with gold glitter on it. Pretty nice. And then here we have this porcelain bead necklace. The beads are oval and round. They do have these Asian characters on them. There's also these spacers in between the bicone ones and these Silvertone ones. This is a toggle necklace. The drop on this is approximately 10 inches. And then I found this this bracelet. This bracelet doesn't even stretch. I mean, it is just tied on this string. It does have the nice round beads, similar to the ones on the necklace, but this has to be restrung. There are these hearts and these large silver spacers. So this needs to be placed on an elastic because it has no stretch whatsoever. So we have this. So I'm thinking, if anyone purchases this necklace, I will give you this bracelet, but hopefully you know how to restring this. In fact, you know what's funny? I looked at a recent YouTube how-to on how to how to change the elastic on these stretch bracelets, and you know what? It's not hard. You just got to get the right materials. So we got this set. Okay, next up I'm going to show some glass bead jewelry, and the first one I have is by Antica Merino. Now, this company I've spoke about some time ago. It's a European brand. They're based in Venice, Italy. And this company was founded over 50 years ago by two brothers by the name of Achille and Francesco Voltolina. And they were inspired by the idea of creating jewelry using glass, I mean, back in the 60s. So they founded this company, and originally it was called the Voltolina. No, the company was called Vittorio Voltolina. Yeah. And they exported their jewelry worldwide. And they even produced crystal and blown glass chandeliers. So this brand, Antica Merino, came about in the 80s. And back to the company, they basically use Murano glass in all their jewelry. And all their glass beads are handmade. The brothers still own the company till this day. And this here necklace is made up of these clear beads, seed beads, and then you have these glass beads. Looking at this closer, I do notice that I thought that was a crack, but it is not. That's inside. And then looking at the others, some of them have foil inside, some of them have a crackling, some of them have this little Silvertone cage in front. These two beads have them. The colors are beautiful. You have the light blues, you have the purples, you have the greens. And this necklace just feels super, super soft. Now, the drop on this one measures approximately 13.5 inches long. So we have this beautiful glass beaded handmade necklace by Antica Marina. Now, next up in line is this one. Let's see what we have here. This one are made up of these Silvertone tubes. There's a shepherd's hook at the end, and it's made up of these glass beads, and these gray ones actually feel like acrylic. Now, let's see if this is magnetic. Yeah, it is. So one less item to test. Let's measure the drop on this necklace, and it is approximately 10 inches. Yeah, the silver tone on this necklace needs to be polished. So if you purchase this, I'll give you a polishing cloth. But we have this one, and the green beads they have this copper tone glitter design going through them. So we have this one. Now this one here, gorgeous. This is glass, faceted, and it also has these brass tone findings along with these rondelles that have rhinestones. There is these glass faceted beads going up the neck. You have this very long extender with a bead at the end. There's a lobster claw. There's no maker's mark on this, but let me measure the drop on this beauty. And this one here measures approximately, oops, get back up there. Oh, 8 inches. So we have this. Isn't this stunning? Okay, next in line is this one. This is a double strand. There are blue bicone beads and these little faux pearls. There's these silver tone textured oval links in between. It's a double strand. There is an extender filled with those faux pearls and a lobster claw. And this here is a faceted teardrop in black. So this one measures about 7 inches to the first strand. And let me show you this one close up. Oh, besides bicone shape, you do have these round shapes too. And those are the, okay, they're like a rope design, oval links. And then you have this faceted teardrop on the bottom. No maker's mark. And then last was this fun one. Okay, this is like a mesh necklace. It does have a shepherd's hook. There is some wear on the chain. Yeah, I do see some copper coming out of there. And hanging off of it, I do see some slight wear on here as well. Are these tassels made up of these blue donuts that have these really pretty bead caps, and they also end in these little beads on the bottom. So this is more like a I don't know, like a Bollywood style. This does have an extender. Now, how would I measure this? Let me figure this out. Let's move some things aside. And I could measure the whole circle, like so. So if I've measured this end to this end, it's about 16 inches. So I just find this pretty fun. I love the color. And like I said, there is some wear on the chain as well as on, let's see, maybe some of these beads. Now, I'm wondering, there seems to be 2 loops on either side. If it's missing, like more tassels. But I still think it's pretty nice with these 5. So we have that. Last 2 items in this series are these. First off, we have, this is a Joan Rivers. It is a faux turquoise crystal bead necklace. You have these rectangular gold speckled stations, and there's also faceted beads in that same design. And then you have these amber colored faceted beads throughout. Gold tone extender and lobster claw. There is her jewelry tag, Joan Rivers. This has a 17-inch drop, and that extend is really long. It's 3.5 inches. So we have this Joan Rivers beautiful necklace. Her jewelry is really nice. In fact, I just watched a documentary about her. There's a lot of YouTube videos of her interviews. I mean, she's pretty special woman. So we have that one. Okay, next up we have this Alexis Bittar necklace. It is gold tone, and there's the signature little spike, and it does say AB on the lobster claw. This here in total measures 40 inches long. It's kind of substantial in weight because of these stations. These are like what they call pleated links, and there's crystal rhinestones all around it. And then you have these pearls, flat coin pearls, I guess, along with this this feels like acrylic bead. This necklace actually retails for $295. The weight on this necklace is actually 110 grams. So we have this pretty amazing Alexis Bittar crystal and faux pleated link station necklace. Okay, everyone, that's a wrap on this blue jewelry sale. Leave a comment below. Tell me what you thought. And if you enjoyed my video, please give me a thumbs up. If there's anything you like to purchase, email me at dragonflybees@gmail.com. The instructions are in the beginning of the video, always after my introduction, and I include them in the description box below. I also create a sold list in the comment section, and I pin it. That means it's always going to be the first comment that you see. Don't forget to subscribe. Subscribe in order to get in on these discounted subscriber rates only available here for you. And ring the bell, choose all notifications. That way you'll be alerted when I post my next new video. So thanks everybody for spending this hour with me this time. And I'll see you soon in the next one. Bye.